Good morning and a warm welcome to all. I am Muskan, a final year undergraduate here at IIT Bombay. Academics forms the crux of one's journey, but that's not it. There are a plethora of extracurricular activities that help us in keeping our minds refreshed and energized. This brings us to the topic of mental health. So today we have with us representatives who will explain about the various facilities available to keep a check on our mental well-being. They are also the people whom you can reach out to in the future. If anyone has any questions, please drop them below in the chat box. The counselors and the mentors present here will cater to them. Now, I would like to request Professor Kundu, Dean of Student Affairs, to take us through the support system at IIT Bombay.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to IIT Bombay. I am Professor Kundu, Dean of Students Affairs and Professor in the Physics Department. Today I have with me Professor George Matthews, Associate Dean of Students Affairs. George Matthews, please.
Welcome students, welcome to IIT Bombay. I'm Professor George Matthew. I'm the Associate Dean of Student Affairs and also a professor in the Department of Earth Science. I now hand over back to Professor Kundu.
Okay, so what I will do is that I will share a screen and I will start a little bit. I will be talking about a little bit about our IIT administrative structure. So let me start with the director. So director is the overall in charge of our institute. Two deputy directors who are working with the director to help him. One is deputy director who is academic and internal affairs. And the other deputy director is looking after the finance and the external affairs. There are several deans who are working along with the deputy directors. However, the two deans office who will be working with you, that is Dean of Students Affairs and Dean of Academic. Under these two offices, we have the Students Wellness Center to look after the emotional well-being of the students. And for this, we have some mentor programs, which is the professor in charge of the mentor program is also there. There are student mentors and the student companions who will be helping you in this particular student under the Students Wellness Center. Apart from that, there are General Secretary Academic PG, General Secretary Academic UG, or General Secretary Academic UG will be working with you, and they will be reporting directly to Dean Academic Office as well as the Dean SA Office. Now, if I come to the extracurricular activities, that is the Students Activity Center is called, namely called SAC, SAC. And there we have the sports, we have the cultural, and also we have the tech. There are chairmen for all these activities. And in the SAC, there are in charge of the in charges also there. There are sports officers who are helping to do all the sports activities, as well as the music teachers are also there to do the cultural activities. There are student representatives, they are called general secretaries. The General Secretary Sports, General Secretary Cultural, and General Secretary Tech. They are looking after the different activities. Along with them, there are institute secretaries, and mainly the students will be working with the institute secretaries to take part of all these activities. Apart from that, we have also independent bodies which is called TechFest, as well as Modindigo, and there is a eCell. So they are doing the different activities. As you know, the Modindigo is very popular, TechFest is very popular. Now, apart from that, the main part is also the hostel affairs, and Professor George Matthews is looking after the hostel. So I'll hand over to Professor George Matthews.
Yeah, so the complete hostel is looked after under the ADN SA. We also have a hostel coordinating unit reporting to both ADN SA and Dean SA. There's a separate office for any help in hostels. So apart from the hall managers and warden, they can also assist you. Each hostels have their own wardens and associate wardens. They are the whole of the hostel is managed by the hall managers, and each of the hostels also have their own council, which consists of the GSEC hostel, mess secretaries, cultural tech for individual hostels. Apart from that, there is a general secretary hostel affairs. He's the general secretary for the complete hostel affairs. He also reports to the AD SA, and we report to the Dean SA or to the director directly. Back to Professor Kundu.
Yes, can you talk about the life at IITB?
So you are already you're already in IIT after a big exam, JEE Advanced, and that's the toughest exam in the world. And now you are an IITian. That's a big tag now you are carrying on your shoulder. Now, being an IITian does not mean that once you're into campus, you don't have to study and don't do anything. You can clear on your own. That's not going to happen, because you have to really prove what exactly is an IITian. And for that, you need to study. Not only you have to study, you do other extracurricular activities too. But while you study, you please think. You have to be different from others. Think, analyze, execute. So right from the first day, don't relax. Have a methodical plan of your daily studies. But while you do all these things, your moral and ethical standard should be high. That should not be compromised. Please don't do daydreaming of just because you're an IIT, I can come in the classroom and sleep. Please don't do that. Thank you. Back to Professor Kundu.
Yes, there are several other activities like trekking. This is a cultural activities, and there are technical activities. So obviously take part at least one of them, explore your passion, but don't get too much into these activities, because you then don't get hooked to the computer gaming, movies, YouTube and social sites. Please take part at least one sports or cultural or extracurricular tech activities for your mental as well as the physical health. And I think that there is in the Dean of Students Affairs, we look after everything except the academics. And you are not only, when you come to the campus, you will see this kind of beautiful creatures inside the campus. Professor George, this is your part.
Yeah. So IIT Bombay has completely zero tolerance policy for a couple of activities. Ragging is simply not allowed. If any of the senior comes to your room or asks even the name, it's strictly banned. Strictly banned. And there are faculty who will be coming and to the hostel and seeing all these things. There is discrimination or harassment based on religion, caste, physical factors, gender. All these are completely not allowed in IIT. Let me repeat it, it's not allowed. And most important thing, drugs and narcotic substances, alcohols, please don't use it. Please don't even think of using it. This is completely banned in IIT. There can be serious punishment, even suspension from the IIT hostel or from the academic office. So please make sure all these rules are in your doing academics at IIT Bombay. Okay.
Yeah. So have fun in IIT Bombay. Make new friends in IIT Bombay. From today, you are a part of this great institute. But our suggestion is that be a good human being, isn't it, Professor George?
Yeah. That's the first thing we want you to be.
Yeah. So I think that first of all, be a good human being and then a good IITian. So enjoy the life at IIT Bombay, and we wish all the best to you, Professor George. Please wish them.
Yeah. All the best to you. You have any problems, good or bad, Dean SA office is always there. You can call us, mail us, whatever you want. We are always there with you. Please count on us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. To delve deeper, we have with us the team from Student Wellness Center, popularly known as SWC, to tell us about how to contact, when to contact, and why it is important.
Good morning all. I am Hima Anna Reddy, in charge of Student Wellness Center. I would like to welcome and congratulate all.
Good morning. I am Anjali Bhatia, Counselor, Student Wellness Center, and we hope you have an exhilarating time at IIT Bombay.
Today we are here to talk about Student Wellness Center and your journey at IIT Bombay.
Now, most of you, or in fact all of you, have cleared the JEE exam, and that is a huge achievement. And you might feel that, oh wow, I have cleared such a big mountain, and now everything is at an end. Abhi aur exciting kya bacha hai? Now it's just going to be regular college life. However, every end is a new beginning, and in fact, this is an exciting new journey. And although you are at home, this being an online semester, there is so much that you can get out of it in terms of new experiences, personal growth, and academic learning. So just look forward to it.
Keep in mind that neither success nor failure is ever final. And this is very true with IIT Bombay. There are going to be different stages where you might face success, and there will be times when you might face failure. I would say enjoy your success, and when you face failure, rather than feeling bad and sad about it, just evaluate where things went wrong and take help and make this failure as a stepping stone to your success.
Hima ma'am, as you mentioned about many ups and downs, successes and failures, there are quite a few new challenges that the students might be facing. I would like to start with, I think perhaps the first thing that you're going to face, the social challenges, and that's going to be a sense of disconnection. You must have had so many dreams ki kitna vibrant campus hoga, there are going to be so many activities and festivals, and suddenly, because of the pandemic, you are all at home and giving online classes, and there are no classmates sitting next to you in the class. So the physical presence of people around you is going to be sorely missed. But this does not mean, students, that you are alone. Please remember, all of you are having the same journey, you are on the same boat. So please stay in touch with each other. Find out who your classmates are. Reach out to them. Keep in touch with them. Talk to your mentors regularly. Have a great rapport with them, because, once you come back to campus, as you eventually will, it should feel like you're not meeting strangers for the first time. It should feel like you have known these people for some time, and it's great to reunite with them. Now, since we are talking about relationships, there are new relationships and there are old relationships also that are going to be in the focus. See, you have already entered a new stage of life. So your dynamics with your parents, with your old school friends who may be in different colleges, or with your new classmates is going to be quite varied and different. And it's important that you appreciate each relationship in its own space and keep an open mind. Out of all these relationships, possibly the most exciting one would be with your peers in this campus. Once you come back, you will have your friends in the hostels and you will make some great, cherished memories with them. At the same time, there will be your people in your batch, in your class, with whom you can have fun, people in the clubs, or as you are part of different teams. So that's something to look forward to, and you can start laying the foundation right now by probably, finding people with common interest and connecting to them.
Anjali, the next challenge can be the emotional challenge.
Yes.
Because you people are going to be at home, this is very unexpected. You all were very eager to come to campus.
Yes.
And when you are not able to come, I can understand, what you are feeling, how you are feeling. And now, since the academic is going to be different, you will have to put in more efforts. And you are not getting the study environment, which usually would have been otherwise. It will become very important from your side that you try to balance the home environment and academic commitments. Whenever you know you have classes, whenever you know you have exams, whenever you know you have assignments, you can always inform the family member and create an environment where you can focus on your work and create a study environment which would motivate to study and give your best. During tough times, it will also be important that you express yourself. Keeping things to yourself might not help. So share with your parents, because they are at home, they are the primary stakeholders. Then when you are confused about IIT Bombay, about academics, mentors are going to be the best people to whom you can reach out. They can be a bridge between you and the right resource that is available on the campus, but you expressing is going to be very important. Last thing is accepting yourself, because now you will find a new person, you will find different challenges, your strengths, your weaknesses, and accepting them is going to be very important. Same thing will go with others. You will also have to accept other people the way they are, because then it will make the journey more smoother at IIT Bombay.
Ma'am, you talked about accepting others and self. And I think in dealing with so many different people, new people, it's also important to remember that each of you still has your own individual journey and your path and your goals, which you still have to keep in mind. And I'm sure you will remember that still academics are a priority, career related concerns still will be a priority. And you will also be discovering new interests and motivations to keep you going throughout these 4 or 5 years. So for that, how do you accomplish all of that, without facing any kind of a burnout? For that, it's important to remember that in many respects you are on your own, you have support, but ultimately it's your responsibility. When you were in coaching, when you were in school, you had a very regulated schedule. There was always somebody to tell you these tests are happening, you have to attend these classes, there's somebody to wake you up. Now you are at home and your parents will definitely be taking care of you. But they also think that you are now grown up, you have already reached a certain stage, so it's up to you. Please take this responsibility forward and get into some sort of self-discipline. Life is not easy, but it's very interesting, and you can make it fun by having a well-regulated schedule where you place your priorities. For instance, academics are definitely going to be the first thing you are going to put into your schedule, along with your daily self-care activities, your sleeping time, your waking time, time for your physical exercise, meal times, enough rest and recreation without just being online all the time, and keeping in touch, having a social life, let it be virtual, but it's important. But then, how do you make time for all of that? You will need some time management skills. You will need to have a schedule for that. Make your own schedule. Do whatever suits you. But make sure that what you have in mind was what you are carrying out. Don't let your plans change with the times. Suit the times to fit into your plans. Now, all of this sounds quite strict, doesn't it? That, oh, agar itna sab kuch hi karna tha, to phir yahan pe kyun aaye? But I think the rewards at the end of it and even along the way are going to be so exciting that you need to identify what those rewards are. It could be the simple pleasure of just finishing a task that you had set out for yourself. Or it could be something big that, oh, now I'm on the team of Mood Indigo or TechFest, or, I managed to clear this major quiz. So what are your own goals? Short-term goals as well as long-term goals. And do you have the desire and the drive to keep going for them? Even at some times you may meet setbacks, because there are so many people, all of them are driven. It's a competitive environment. Let's not mince words on that. But still, all of them have their own strengths and weaknesses. You have your own aptitudes. So keep the right attitude with your already established aptitude and keep going with set and definite goals, and never lose hope, never give up. And if you do that, your productivity is going to be steady and consistent. It's not so much the brilliance कि अरे last moment में end sem के लिए पढ़ लेंगे, सब लोग तो वही करते हैं, and you really don't have any idea that how much work people might be putting in behind the scenes. So don't fall into that trap. Keep on your own steady efforts and you will be surprised by the magic that happens.
I agree. Like Anjali was speaking about health, at this point health has become very important for all of us. Be it at home or on campus, everybody needs to take care of their health by following the rules and regulations set by the government. But during this time, it is equally important that you reach out to your peers, to your mentors, to your support structure. So here are the few tips that we would like to give you. First thing is, whenever you want to reach out, always make a voice call or video call, because that will help you and the other person to understand what you are exactly saying and what you are feeling. That will make a lot of difference when it is a text message and when it's a voice call. So please do a voice call or video call over a text message. Then the academic is going to be very dynamic. Believe me, it is very different than what was in JEE. You know, I agree, you have cleared JEE and you have done a very big, achieved a very big goal, but this is a different game altogether. So you will require support also. Don't feel bad whenever you feel you require support. Like I said, reach out to your mentors, reach out to your faculties, talk to your parents and take help. Like I said, family is your primary caretaker. Talk to them whenever you require. They can also reach out to us when they feel you require help. And at the end, there are different support structure at IIT Bombay. We are going to talk about that. So reach out to them whenever you feel it is required.
Like ma'am mentioned, that there are different student support structures on the campus which you can reach out to as per need. So I will just give you a brief overview of them. Some of them at this point of time might be more relevant than others because since you are at home, some of these are available on campus when you have campus related needs. But look at the ones highlighted in yellow. On the left you have the mentors. They are your first point of contact and a heavy source of support in your first year. So your mentors are your senior students who have volunteered to help you adjust to this first year. And these mentors have gone through the same experiences that you have. So they understand better than no one else what you're feeling, what you're going through. So please keep in constant touch with your mentors. You'll soon find out or have already found out who your mentor is. Share your feelings and thoughts with them. And in case of any queries, for instance, you want to know what the campus is like, talk to them, ask them. In case you need emotional support also, sometimes they can really share their experience with you. However, there may be times when the emotions get overwhelming and you really don't know, that can another student help me, no matter how helpful and experienced. You want to talk to a professional. So at the Student Wellness Center, we have a team of trained and experienced counselors. So do not hesitate in reaching out to us. In fact, even your mentors can help you in reaching out to us if you are hesitant. Above us is the Office of the Dean of Student Affairs, which deals with pretty much all the student related issues. And in case of any queries or any kind of difficulties that you might be facing, you can reach out to the office. Now for academics, each of you would have been assigned at least one faculty advisor. And these should be your first point of contact. Many students think that the faculty advisor is just there to sign on the registration form, but it is not so. Your faculty advisor can be your friend, philosopher and guide in the realm of academics. And it will be helpful only if you make a consistent effort to stay in touch with them. They can give you guidance about how to plan your courses and further career related advice. And in case you have doubts about specific courses, you can also reach out to the different course instructors. Apart from that, there are other supports which you will come to know about better once you are back on the campus. For academics, we have the Office of the Dean AP, Dean Academic Programs. Your department office is there to help you with any kind of academic related queries. We have above them the HOD, the head of the department. There is also the UG APEC convener. For your campus life, the hostel is of course a hub of your campus life, and for any hostel related concerns or issues when you are in the hostels, students reach out to their hall managers and to the wardens. Now people sometimes raise these concerns that we have heard on the news कि अरे IIT में तो सांप होते हैं and you have these bulls and cows. Is it really a safe place? Well, let us assure you it's a pretty safe place. And a very big role in ensuring this kind of safety is done by our team of security and the QRT, the Quick Response Team, who are very proactive, trained and efficient in dealing with any concerns related to your security or safety on campus. So whether you are afraid of a theft or you feel that somebody is making you frightened for your safety, or you just feel some sense of insecurity, you can reach out to them and they will take prompt action. For gender related, especially harassment related concerns, we have again a very proactive and conscientious gender cell who take all the relevant complaints seriously. For looking after your health, we have an equipped IIT hospital which has a very dedicated and efficient team of doctors of various specializations. So, in case of an emergency, the IIT hospital is open 24/7, and you can be assured that for health related concerns, you can reach out to them when you are on campus.
Since this is a virtual semester, most of you are feeling I am the only one who is facing this challenge or feeling the stress or the pressure, or I am not able to understand the academics, or I am not able to deal with it. But let me tell you, this happens with many students in their first year. Most of them go through this kind of process, and when they open up, they share, the problems become much smaller and they are able to handle it. So if you are facing any problem, you can always reach out to support structure, and you can also reach out to Student Wellness Center.
However, ma'am, I know that there are, and you are definitely aware that there are so many students who hesitate to reach out to a counselor because they have so many misconceptions about counseling. Probably it's from the media that propagates these misconceptions. One of them is that, am I mad? Am I crazy? That is only for crazy people. Why do I need to go to a counselor? Then sometimes people think that, okay, you don't need to be mad to go to a counselor. But my problems are there, yes, but they are quite mild. I should be able to handle them, right? One only goes to a counselor when the problem gets very severe. Then some people take the courage to go to a counselor, but they are scared that if somebody comes to know that I am talking to a professional, what will they think about me? Will they think I am weak? And then, even if I go and talk to them, I already have my family, I already have my friends, I have been talking to them. And they tried to understand, but still they could not understand. These people have known me for so many years. If they cannot understand, how can a stranger understand me? And even how can I get the courage to open up my deepest feelings and emotions to a stranger like this? In fact, I don't think anybody is going to understand me. I think it's just better that I handle it on my own. In fact, I am an adult, right? I should be able to solve my own issues. That's a sign of being grown up. Others are handling it so well around me. Everybody is cool. So why should I not be as cool as them? And if I seek help and my problem is solved also, I will still end up feeling small. That I could have done this alone. Other people do it alone. I had to take somebody's help to solve my problem. All of these are misconceptions, and the reality is quite different.
So I would like to tell, the reality is counselors are trained professionals. When you come to a counselor, you get the space to talk with no pressure. It is the best place to unburden yourself because we are trained and there is no judgment, there is no criticism, and there is no assumption. We feel every problem is a problem, be it big, be it small. If you have a problem which is disturbing you, you need to work on it. And when you seek help, you discuss the problem and you might get a different perspective to the entire situation, entire problem. And then when you discuss, you get many options and choices which really helps you to take a decision. Maybe it might not be always the right decision, but remember, it is the best decision that you can take during that situation with the help of the trained professional person. So it's a process that can really help you to deal or tackle your problem in a very different way. And during this process, you learn many skills, you learn different coping skills, which really helps you to handle your problem in a different way, and then you turn out to be a different person after a while. So it's a process, it's not a quick fix. You have to give time, you have to put in efforts, and with the help of professional, definitely you can handle the problems in a different way, with less severity. That is what I would like to say. The most important thing is the confidentiality is maintained. When you share something with the counselor, it remains with the counselor. It is shared only when it is very important and we need help of other stakeholders. This is called shared confidentiality. But when we do so, we inform the student, we discuss with student, and mostly in front of the student only we contact the stakeholder and share the problem. Till that time, the whatever you have shared remains confidential with us. I would like to introduce to you to our SWC team. First, I am Ms. Himana Reddy, in charge of Student Wellness Center. Then we have Anjali Bhatia, Anisha, Lavina, Anjali Gargil, Shaukat Ali. We all are trained professional and we do individual counseling. Then we have Ms. Amita Tagare ma'am, who is officer on special duty. She guides us. Then we have Ms. Shivani Manchanda, she is into positive mental health. We have Ms. Aditi Vaze, who is a psychometrician.
In order to contact us for seeking an appointment for counseling, for individual counseling, you can visit this link, and in fact we would encourage you to also check out our web page, because that will give you more relevant information. So through this link you can apply for an appointment slot, and for that you will need to log in with your LDAP ID and password. You will come to know about this very soon, because that is assigned to every student. This is our address, which is in the main building. So when you come to the campus, you will realize that it is quite away from all the hostels and the common places which the students visit. So it's not like किसी को दिख जाएगा कि आप जा रहे हो counselor के पास. And also for positive mental health, as Hima ma'am mentioned, that Shivani Manchanda ma'am undertakes those workshops. So to get updates and to follow those workshops, you can check out the Facebook link of iCare IITB. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hima ma'am and the counselors. Next, we have with us Shivani ma'am, who will speak about positive mental health.
Hi, I'm Shivani Manchanda. I'm the counselor for positive mental health, and I'm also a member of the Student Wellness Center. My role is mainly to do outreach in counseling. So what that means is this semester I will be running several workshops online, which will be on stress management as well as on online education and the tips relating to it. Apart from that, I also post regularly on a Facebook page called iCare IITB, and I hope you will follow the same. I will put a link of this at the end of my talk, so such that you can follow it. Apart from that, I also wanted to congratulate you for joining IIT Bombay, and I'm sure you are already imagining all that you will do while you are in campus eventually, and also about the salaries, about the jobs, about branch change. Some of you might have that on your mind. So very often I notice that we plan for 2 years from now, we plan for 4 years from now. So we are thinking in terms of today I am here and tomorrow I want to be here. But what about the steps in between? Are we thinking about those? And as you know, life is a bit like the game of snakes and ladders, where there's sometimes we get a bit of, through hard work or through a bit of a luck, sometimes we get a ladder, and sometimes unfortunately we also get a snake, which means that failure also happens. So this is really part of life, and in my experience what really helps is planning for each week. हर हफ्ते का एक प्लान बनाइए, हर 2 हफ्ते का एक प्लान बनाइए, अपने लिए गोल्स रखिए एक एक महीने के, कि इस महीने मैं क्या करना चाह रही हूँ या करना चाह रहा हूँ, such that the long term goals will take care of themselves. Because when you have spent your sort of immediate time in a productive fashion, then automatically you will find that the long-term goals have taken care of themselves. So I would encourage you to think about your goals. I would encourage you to set them up and plan your every week, be regular with your online classes, such that you are able to then fulfill all the requirements and ensure that your marks and grades are up to the mark. And now I will say a few lines to hopefully remind you that life is about हौसला. सांप सीढ़ी का खेल है ये जिंदगी, कभी गिरना और फिर संभलने का नाम है ये जिंदगी. हर कदम मजबूती से रखने का नाम है जिंदगी. हौसला बुलंद रखने का नाम है जिंदगी. तो मेरी यही उम्मीद है आप लोग सबसे that please remember that life is bit like the game of snakes and ladders. Sometimes we fall and then we have to get up again and get back into the race. And from there on, we have to make sure that each step we take makes us stronger. And sometimes it does not, and that is fine as well. But the main thing is that we stay motivated and we believe that we will succeed. तो अपने आप में विश्वास रखिए और याद रखिए कि अगर आप यहाँ पर आए हैं एग्ज़ाम पास करके और आपको एडमिशन मिला है, तो आपने एक काफ़ी बड़ी अचीवमेंट ऑलरेडी हासिल की है. So now you have to only go forward. You can work hard, you can be persistent, and you can take this success forward. सफलता की आप लोग और कई सीढ़ियां देखेंगे, लेकिन उन सब के लिए मेहनत लगेगी और फोकस लगेगा कि ध्यान रखना है कि मेरे कदम किधर पड़ रहे हैं and how can I take that forward. So I wish you good luck. Please follow me on iCare IITB. It is part of the Student Wellness Initiative and I work closely with your mentors. So please reach out if any of you need any help. Good luck.
Thank you, Shivani ma'am. We now have with us Sulagna ma'am to tell us about Bandhu, a self-help website dedicated to support the emotional well-being of the students of IIT Bombay.
A very good morning to all of you. I hereby take an opportunity to introduce myself and Team Bandhu. So I am Shulagna Bhattakurta. I am the project lead for the Emotional Wellbeing Initiative that is steered and guided by the class of 1992. Especially Rekha Koita and Vivek Mohile. The project has also been supported by the Student Wellness Center, the Positive Mental Health team, Cherub Kapoor, who is the head of Wellness Cabinet, and student mentorship teams. Also, I welcome you all to savor the moment and join our collective voices to normalize emotional well-being.
When our batch, class of 1992, met for our Silver Jubilee reunion in 2017, we pledged to enhance the lives of the students.
We spoke to students, professors, and counselors and realized that life on campus has become far more complex than our time at IIT.
Students have to juggle several balls, from academic pressure to PORs, internships, extracurriculars, relationships, and the list goes on. And they go through various ups and downs in this process. Through Bandhu, a self-help website, we aim to support the students and enhance their emotional well-being. Bandhu will increase the awareness of several issues as well as help students by providing tips, tools, techniques, and other resources to deal with various challenges.
Being here and now or in the present is a blessing. It is a sign of mental health.
Something that the students we hear very often say, my parents will never understand.
In fact, on one occasion, we organized a play which was being attended by members of the Hijra community. The respect with which the main gate security staff treated them, they had my respect that day.
He said about one of my friends that she's a pretty girl, and he said she did not get the job because of her talent. She just tricked the interviewers by being pretty and cute, and they disregard our hard work.
There's one thing that has been with me for my entire life so far is my communication skills. So actually I stammer, so because of that I have been mocked during my college year, during my school years, and it always puts a dent in your confidence.
It is our belief that many issues, when tackled in time at the initial stages, can be overcome effectively and positively before things go out of hand and a domino effect starts.
Bandhu is our contribution to each student to discover oneself,
grow to become a better version of themselves. Hope you enjoy browsing.
Life at IIT Bombay is a bit of a roller coaster ride, but it is never too late to decide to turn your life around in a positive direction.
Bandhu has several initiatives planned to support the emotional well-being of the students. The first initiative is a self-help website finely designed to build your inner self.
What does the website has to offer? About us to tell you where it all began. Interesting articles to empower you. Intriguing stories from students. IIT Speak is a library of inspirational alumni journeys. Plenty of events to connect with you. Fun quizzes to tease your brain. A little more about us. Where it all began. When our batch, class of 1992, met for a Silver Jubilee reunion in 2017, the batch was keen to focus on initiatives which would enhance the lives of students and help them to achieve their dreams. The website encourages you to dip into various articles depending upon your present need. If you're a freshman and new to the campus, here's how you can deal with transitioning to college. What is life at IITB like? If you're homesick, don't worry. Here are some tips to make the process easier for you. There were articles on hostel life, discrimination, language change, cultural shock, peer pressure, internet addiction. If you're going through academic issues, then you could start reading about time management, setting effective goals, procrastination, exam stress, fear of failure. Mental health is an integral and essential component of health. The common concerns and positive mental health are discussed over here. In the positive mental health section, we'll talk about becoming mindful, caring for yourself, grounding techniques, relaxation technique. We'll discuss different kind of relationships over here. Also, you should always seek help when you can't sort it yourself. There are always ways to find support for yourself or a friend in case of distress, bullying, or sexual harassment. Currently, you will find all articles in English, but we are also coming soon in Hindi, Marathi, and Telugu. Here you can safely share your stories of failures, struggles, and success. IIT Speak is a dedicated column to build a repository of alumni stories with spectacular experiences. There are fun quizzes for you to check out your everyday beliefs and habits. Try out these. We will always keep coming with interesting blogs to keep you hooked. Let this bundle steer you towards self-growth and well-being. Asking for help in no way undermines who you really are. So, learn, introspect, and catalyze a positive change in your life here at IIT Bombay.
Thank you, ma'am. We will now take a 5 minutes break. Please stay with us for the next half. Welcome back. So far, we have covered the various facilities available to each student to ensure their mental well-being. It's not just about exercising our brain, but also our body. Hence, every student has to complete 2 semesters of training with the National Cadet Corps NCC, or the National Service Scheme NSS, or the National Sports Organization NSO. They can choose any one of the above and indulge in the extracurricular activities to rejuvenate themselves. There are innumerable cultural activities that take place throughout the year and provide students with the platform to pursue their passion or to find new ones. First, we have the NCC head to tell us more about them.
India's third line of defense and world's largest uniformed youth organization, the National Cadet Corps. Jai Hind, I'm Shashwat Anand, a third-year mechanical engineering student and senior inter officer at NCC ITB. Firstly, we congratulate you of your success and welcome to this college. Now, before we move ahead, I request you to drop down any stereotype that you possess regarding NCC, else they'll all get shattered in the next 10 minutes. Evident by the fact that I'll use the phrase, "Where else do you get this?" pretty often. What you just saw were the perks that comes with being part of an all-India fraternity of more than 1 million cadets. These are the elite national camps, the paratroopers camp, the parasailing camp, the scuba diving camp, and many more. Now here you get to do 5-day jumps, 1-night jump, and then you take an independent jump. The next will be the RD Parade, the Republic Day on Rajpath, the Prime Minister's rally, the Youth Exchange Program. NCC has Youth Exchange Program with cadets of Russia, Singapore, Sri Lanka, and many more countries. The IMA and the OT attachment camps, the Indian Military Academy camp. Now these are the elite camps and not everybody gets into it. We are happy to tell you that 2 cadets have been nominated from a unit for the IMA attachment camp this year. Now let's see what's into NCC. Is it just about ek do ek, the conventional stereotype that people have? Let's watch out. Let's have a look at the training video, the training that we do here at our unit on ground at campus.
Do you hear that boom from a mile away? Like a big Greek god with a lightning blade. Do you smell that smoke through the dirty rain? Gonna burn this town like a 10-ton train. Clap your hands together, stomp your feet on this floor. We're gonna rise up like an army, take this world by storm. Clap your hands together, stomp your feet on this floor. We're gonna rise up like an army, take this world by storm. Clap your hands together, stomp your feet on this floor. We're gonna rise up like an army, take this world by storm. Clap your hands together, stomp your feet on this floor. We're gonna rise up like an army, take this world by storm.
Sheer adrenaline rush with unity and discipline. This is what it takes to groom a fine cadet. And if you noticed well, the video began by giving guard of honor to 25th Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanua at our unit. Where else do you get that? Those all were our cadets, including the smart one which you're listening to right now. Let's get to on-ground stuff. Drills and weapon training. They are an integral part of NCC. L1A1 7.62 mm SLR. Assembly, disassembly, handling, everything you get to learn here. You also get to learn how to track down an obstacle course. Military map reading again remains an integral part and an intriguing part of NCC training. GOH, or the Guard of Honor, I would say this is something that remains at the heart of every cadet that has once performed this. The sheer reverberation while you strike the magazine of an SLR makes you ecstatic for a moment. Tent pitching, and then comes the most rewarding part. You earn based on your caliber, based on the work that you've done. There are ranks of corporal, sergeant, company sergeant major, under officers, and many which you wear on your uniform once you are given with. We train in sweat because the bonds that are forged in the heat of training are everlasting. Now comes the sports. We also play. At NCC we also play because that's what inculcates the sense of camaraderie. Let's have a look at what are the sports activities that we do at NCC. We play, and we play hard. You get weekly training sessions by the institute coaches, the best that you can get. And then the variety of sports. Mind you, all this is done by 150 cadets that will get selected out of you all, and then further get divided into 3 companies of Alpha, Bravo and Charlie who compete in training, cultural, sports and whatnot. So sports general championship, battle of companies, inter-college matches, and the list of competitions is also long. The list of sports: cricket, football, basketball, volleyball, hockey, badminton and whatnot. While you hear the cheers that come for you while you represent your company or your college, that simply brings the best out of you. Now all of this being done by 150 cadet makes it the most, or one of the most happening hub in the institute. Let's also have a look at what we perform. The culturals at NCC. Have a look. You get a stage, you learn, you perform, and you grow. While already an artist, that's cherry on the cake for a carrot, because you get to represent your company on most of the platforms. The genres you have seen, I'll not reiterate them. The debate culture of NCC is really profound and something that we dearly uphold. Much of the part also extends to extempore group discussions, speeches, and whatnot. We not just compete in training and sports, but also in culturals. The dance, the music, dramatics, and the competitions that are held in intercompany and are also inter-college during the ATC are something that requires overnight practice, and the bonds yet again become stronger in those overnight practices. The late night music by the bonfire after any festival, or beat after rigorous training of the camp, is something that remains in the memory. Now, having done all this, comes the time to enjoy, to wander, to satisfy the wanderlust that every one of you, perhaps every one of you, are coming with. Let's have a look at the adventure video now. From a crisp one-day trek to an exploratory long holiday, from the hills of Mahabaleshwar inside the deck of INS Brahmaputra, where you get to know the best-in-class frigate of the Indian Navy, from trekking to the highest peak of Maharashtra to camping at the cleanest beach of Maharashtra, we have done it all, and we plan to resume once things restore back to normalcy. Now, without wasting any time, let's move to the flagship event that we have, the annual training camp, the 10-day camp with 3 colleges and 4 schools, where we lead and we organize the camp. Let's have a look at the activities of the camp. Days from morning to night, when squad mates become friends better than your wingmates. This is the annual training camp, and if things go well, we plan to have it in this summers. With allowance of the situation, this perhaps will be the best entry to the institute. The activities you have seen, firing, perhaps the first and the last time when you will get in your life to fire from a sporting or a deluxe rifle with caliber about 5.56 mm. The recoil and the smell that comes out of the shell. Where else will you get that? The social campaign, the lecture series that we have at it, the tug of war, the sports, the cultural night, and of course the rewards. Now, because of the diverse nature of things that we do, even this pandemic could not stop us from functioning. We rather explored newer ways. We had webinars with generals on issues of national security, strategic affairs, leadership, and Kargil War Divas. We had online competitions, tri-competition series, the debate competition, and more. This year, we also plan to have more into NCC curriculum, the fieldcraft, battlecraft, the army subjects. And so a lot of things and opportunity await. This year, probably the selection process will also be made easier as an online semester. We all wait for your presence, and a memorable journey awaits for you to begin. Also, for latest updates, you can follow our handles on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere. And stay healthy, stay safe. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you for the presentation. Next, we have the NSS representatives to share with us the work done by them and its impact.
Hello everyone. Firstly, a hearty congratulations to all of you for making it to IIT Bombay. And a warm welcome to all in this introduction session to NSS IIT Bombay. To begin with, let's look at some facts. We know that India generates a whopping 26,000 tons of plastic waste daily. Also, India is home of the largest population of illiterate adults in the world. The number going up to about 287 million, amounting to the 37% of the global total. Also, India wastes about 3 billion units of power every year, which is equivalent to the electricity used by nearly 30 lakh people. With the ever-increasing development and the demand for land, India is losing about 1.5 million hectares of forest cover every year. So, seeing these figures, how often do we realize that these are the actual issues that the society is going through? Do anytime we want to serve our society in some way or the other? If we do, then do we know how to start with it or where to start with it? So here is it, NSS IIT Bombay, the largest student volunteer body of IIT Bombay, consisting of 3 departments and 30 initiatives with about more than 300 volunteers, serving more than 5 million people nationwide. Let's delve deeper into the departments of NSS. Here's educational outreach. With an aim to provide quality education to the underprivileged, the department has been influencing lives forever. A major initiative of educational outreach is the Open Learning Initiative, or commonly known as OLI. OLI is a YouTube channel of NSS IIT Bombay, which provides quality educational content for kids of standard 6th to 10th in 9 different vernacular languages in subjects like science and maths. As we can see, the channel has more than 120k subscribers and more than 1 crore views. Pioneering in the field of education, the channel is also the most subscribed channel of IIT Bombay, with the only one being having achieved the feat of 100k subscribers. Another important initiative of educational outreach is NGO volunteering. Through NGO volunteering, we provide our volunteers with an opportunity to interact with and mentor the kids at several NGOs that we are in collaboration with. Our volunteers teach subjects like maths, science, and English to these kids. The liveliness of the sessions and the innocence of the kids over there has played an important role in this initiative, being one of the few most favorites among the volunteers. Here's another year-old initiative of educational outreach named Umeed. A year ago, we did observe that there was a huge difference in the level of excellence within the campus of IIT Bombay. On one hand, we had the brightest brains of the country, as well as at the same time, we had kids who didn't have the privilege for education. With a vision to bridge this gap, we started Umeed, wherein our volunteers provide guiding and mentoring to the kids in their academics as well as co-curricular activities. Here's a glimpse of a recently concluded Teachers' Day event, Humsafar, of educational outreach. The kids from our initiative, Umeed, expressed their gratitude towards the volunteers who have been teaching there for about a year now. The overwhelming response from the kids has been the motivation for the volunteers as well as for us that has been driving us through the years. We all will agree that theoretical knowledge along with practical exposure enables better understanding. Thus, with an aim to facilitate quality learning for these kids, in Prayog, an initiative of educational outreach, we conduct some easy DIY experiments to enable easy understanding of basic science concepts for these kids.
Our environment plays a very crucial role in influencing who we are, and with this aim of binding nature and humans together, our department, Green Campus, works on a plethora of activities. One of its activity is biodiversity mapping. Here, we map 300 plus species of the institute. This not only provides the volunteers an opportunity to understand and identify what the plants and trees are, but we use all these data curated by them to host it on our website, Greenopedia. Here, all these trees are geotagged and information about them has been hosted on this website. Further, we mapped 95 species, which covers almost every species of birds, and we have hosted it on our websites, Birds of IIT Bombay. Though we are very far from our institute, but we can definitely come close to it via virtual platforms, and one of it is our Instagram page, nature_IITB. Here you will find photographs clicked by the institutions or the students of the IITB, and these different images helps us to relish and celebrate the environment of our institute. We also conduct different kinds of competitions, and you can also submit your entries to this Instagram page. So I will strongly recommend that you do follow our Instagram page. There is a lot of science which goes behind agriculture. With this aim, we tend to give our volunteers a glimpse of what exactly this science is. And last time, we focused on this technique known as permaculture. Here, the volunteers learned about new things which they have never heard of before, and they presented it in front of their friends. But the point then arises, if you learn them, how can you implement them? To answer it, we have our own initiative called as Balcony Hacks. Here, you will get an opportunity to implement some of the techniques and grow plants at your own home. We have created a playlist out of it and have been working on teaching techniques like bottle plant plantation, vegetative propagation, creating a bird feeder at your home. You can also look at these videos at our YouTube channel of NSS. With Diwali just being around the corner, let's celebrate eco-friendly Diwali. We used fruit peels for making diyas, and we reused plastic bottles for making diyas and lanterns, so that we, while promoting eco-friendly Diwali, and should play our own part in it. Having said all this, there is another term which is gaining popularity, which is sustainability. For improving lifestyles and promoting sustainability, our department, Sustainable Social Development, does different types of activity. One of the volunteers associated with it explained that switching off light before leaving the room might sound ordinary, but when it's scaled across the earth, it is not. That's what we try to imbibe in our volunteers. One of the activity is reusing the plastic waste or the paper waste or any kind of waste which we term, to reuse it and bring it to applications which we have not thought of. One of the activities which we used to do is to collect the bottles across the institute and create these beautiful stools out of them, which were very sturdy, and we used them. Another mother initiative of Sustainable Social Development is the collection of cloths and donating it. Around 4.5 tons of cloth were collected last year and were donated to the needy people. It would be a great gesture for donating the clothes which we don't use anymore to the needy people which are around us. Tarang is a YouTube channel where we create animated videos for making understand the students of 6th to 8th standard the concepts of sustainability. It is very important since they'll be the upcoming generation, and for that we try to explain these concepts in a very simple way, in an animated and interactive way. The volunteers create these videos and they are very happy when they feel that their work has been published online and receives appreciation. Apart from all these activities, there is a blog platform which NSS has, and to which our volunteers write blogs to. It covers diverse topics, be it sustainability, be it social development. We have blogs from national education policy and also from the Green Campus. And to add to it, our blog plate just crossed 50,000 hits, which is a big accomplishment in itself. Throughout the years, activities of NSS has been covered by major media channels which are Hindu and Economic Times. Our activities of reusing paper into notebooks or collecting cloths, mapping of biodiversity has been widely appreciated by these media bodies. If you need to know more about it and about our activities, follow our Facebook and Instagram page where we update about different initiatives which we do. Further, if you need any information and you want to revisit whatever has been there in this presentation, visit our website, and you could also reach out to us via the contact tab. In the end, a mesmerizing dream, remarkably structured yet infinitely flexible. A beautiful reality, incredibly simple yet simply incredible. This is what the first year students, after being associated with us for 1 year, had to say for it. On this note, we would like to thank all of you for listening to us patiently and would like to see you being associated with NSS. Thank you.
Thank you. Lastly, we have the NSO heads and the cultural representatives to tell us more about the activities that go on throughout the year.
Standing is the most lively place of IITB campus. Yes, it is Gymkhana grounds surrounded with the world-class sports facilities. Hello everyone, welcome and congratulations for being part of IIT Bombay. I am Prapti Saunke, sports officer and your NSO coordinator. NSO means National Sports Organization. is an academic program in the first year of all the BTech, BDS and dual degree MTech students. In NSO, there are 15 different sports events. These sports are also played in inter-IIT sports competition. Most of the players selected for inter-IIT are groomed up from NSO only. And for all these sports activities, we have an excellent team of 15 specialized sports officers and coaches which are experts in their field. Apart from this, we have yoga and 6 different cultural events too. Let's check some more details regarding NSO. Through this graph, you can see the ratio of intake of NSO is highest as compared to NSS and NCC. NSO is going to enroll more than 800 students in this year. To register the course, you need to log in on ASC and go to Academics, Registration, then NSS, NSO, NCC registration link. After clicking this link, select the preferences and click Submit. If you want to change the preferences, then visit the same link before the last date of preference submission. This is the page of ASC where you have to fill the basic details, and then you can select your preference between NCC, NSO and NSS. Give your first, second, third preference among them. Again, in NSO, you need to select 3 preferences between sports, yoga and these cultural events. In the sports, if you have participated in any sports competition, you need to select the sport or the game. Like if you have participated cricket, football, volleyball, select and submit it. If you have participated, then only select, otherwise let it be. Once you select the sport, then you have to select the level. Which level you have participated, whether it is national, state, district, select it and submit it. See that if you have selected the participation in sports competition, then your certificate will be verified by the sports officers, and if it found incorrect or inappropriate, then necessary action may be taken. As I told you, there are different sports events. They are athletics, basketball, cricket, hockey, lawn tennis, swimming, volleyball, weightlifting, badminton, chess, football, kho-kho, squash, table tennis, water polo and yoga. As you know, this year the semester is online, so training will be general, but later on it will be more specific and skill based. There are also cultural events like fine arts, guitar, tabla, violin, vocal. Cultural events will have selection trials in first week of December, if you have given preference to the cultural events. ASC portal will be open from 17th November to 20th of November 2020. There will be 14 batches of around 50 students for sports based on the preferences. NSO session will be conducted for 2 days a week between Monday to Friday. Scheduled days and timings will be informed to the shortlisted students through mail. Reservation for girls in each events are considered. Thank you and best of luck.